Hello, some friends. I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but there's a bunch of free houses, and I noticed these just just now, in fact, and they're blank, so you really can't see what the houses are. But you know, but I had a look with all of them, and I wanted to remodel the second one because it's really cute. So here is the house, and this house is really, really cute on the outside. I did not have these windows in my inventory, and I wanted to see what I could do with the place because it's just too adorable. Um, and so you're getting the doorways as well. And these windows, I don't know if they were from an online pack or what event they were from that I missed. But here is the basement. You're getting the washer and dryer and that sink. I think that's the oak cottage sink, maybe. I don't know. Um, but you're getting that plant in the front. You're getting this fountain in the front. I don't have that in my inventory. Um, and then you're getting that couch. And then you're getting those stools or the chairs, whatever, they're stools. That's fine. You're getting that rug, and you're getting the fireplace, and then you're getting the sink, getting the countertops. This house is really, really cute. You're getting that workshop bench, it looks like, in the back room. And then those canvases, I think they are. And then you're getting the outdoor umbrella, the table, and that bird wall hanging, as well as that green lounge chair. There were quite a few of these items I didn't have in my inventory, like that green lounge chair and also those wall hangings. Um, and and so this house was a pretty good value. You're getting that crib, and then you're getting the mirror, um, that stool, the bed. This house has the Victorian items in it. And also you do get the doorways and also that sofa. So there's quite a bit of inventory in here. Not too bad at all. And I thought the layout was cute, but I noticed that I wanted to change the rooms on the left-hand side. And that's what I did in the remodel. I just moved it up by one. So here's the house completely emptied out. And I do this so that you can get a better view of the layout without all of the items in there. So again, I put in a basement that has a weather machine, and and then and then having a look at this layout gave me a better idea of what I wanted to do with the space. And then here is the upstairs. The rooms on the left, I wanted to make this into a 3-bedroom home. And so And so to do that, I needed to move the room on the left up by one. And then in case you don't have that home but you like the layout, here is the grid. I haven't moved the rooms up yet in this. I'm just showing you the original layout. And then there's that back room. So the layout is cute. I did like it, but that room on the right, the skinny room on the right, I wasn't sure what to do with that, until I got the idea to use the office partitions. I love those office partitions. I've used them in every build so far. And then the bottom room on the right, in my remodel, I moved it up by one so that I can make that into a third bedroom. And then here is the after. I had used the windows. I love those curtains. I think they're really cute. And then I used the white bifold doors, which were a part of, I think, a sim chase, I think. And then I added the fencing in the back, and then I put on some winter shrubs with the cypress trees. Then there's the little basement. And then these fences along the patio I got from an architect home. So here is the inside of the house. I made this room into a dining room. And then in the kitchen I used the white accented countertops and sink, and of course the cottage stove. And then in that little room I put in a pantry shelf and some more countertops. And then the fridge I got in an online pack. And then this room I made into just like a hallway of sorts. And then the white table is a buffet table, I think it was. And then I had used the bronze, like the TV stand. And then that white couch and pink chair. I wanted to do white in this house with accents of pink and blues. And then in this little room, I made it into, like a fireplace, into a fireplace room. And then here is an office. I got the printer in an online pack, and then the TV came with I think a sim chase, maybe. And then the white bifold doors. And then I made, like a grilling area out back. And then this back room I turned into a laundry room. And then I put that hamper on the floor. So far the downstairs I'm really liking. And I know I use white in like every build because I'm obsessed. What can I say? With accents of pink, The that's just how I operate. And then here's a hallway. And then here's a bathroom, with the pink sink and the pink countertops. And then here is that room that I moved up by one and turned into a bedroom. I used that tan bed. And then those cream closet items. And then here's the next bedroom with with the blue and white, the coastal bed. And then I put in a computer, and then I turned that little room into a closet. And then I had used the elegant blue countertops, I think. Or maybe not. I think that's white. I can't remember what countertops. And then the white skinny windows, I got in an online pack, I think. And then here's that smaller room on the left. I had used the office of partitions, and I had put a shower on one end and then a closet on the other. And then in this room, I got the bed in an online pack. And then a computer and a bookshelf. So not too shabby. I like the way that this came out. The original house was cute. And I had just made it into my own.